Hello and welcome to the Dutching channel. It's Tuesday the 9th of April 2024. It's 9:15 in the evening and we're going to look back on today's results from the three meetings. But first of all, I need to tell you it's been a winning day. So we'll look at the sheet down to the bottom here. And you'll see now we've increased, we're 12.68 units down for this month. But today we managed £141.59 profit, quite a lot lower than our defeat yesterday. And if you go back to the last week, we've had 4 wins and 3 losses, but we're still £141 down for the week. We've got to go on a run now where we can get profit and more profit. I mean, if we look here, profit, loss, profit, loss, profit, loss, profit. That's in the last 7 days. We can't string 2 together at the moment, which we need to do. So we go on and have a look at the 3 meetings today. We had Thirsk, Hereford and Southwell, and we're going to start at Hereford, where it couldn't be any worse. The first 4 out of our 5 betting races were pants. They just all lost. And then in the last race, we had an odds-on favourite. I say to get us out of trouble, it didn't get us out of trouble. And we ended up losing 176.50 at Hereford, so it was not a good result. And over at Thirsk, their first meeting of the new flat season, we ended up having 7 bets here, and 5 of them won. So we had a result there. So we've got £150 profit at that meeting, which we might as well just say, there you go, Hereford, and level that out along the way. And then we had 6 races at Southwell tonight. It couldn't have gone any better, to be honest. It started well, 3 straight winners, then the 4th one just under 100 back, then the 5th one was a part win. And then I thought, all we need to do now is get the favourite in the last, which was favourite until basically they were off and then something else overtook that. And we could have just got to 242 quid if it wasn't for the last race. But I'm not going to grumble with 141.59 today after the way it's going. But as I said, I just want to string 2 or 3 days together. That's all I need now. So we're going to have a look back at each race today, and starting off with the Thirsk card. The first one in the first race was Clansman. That was one of our, I'd say, a good bet of the day. I made that one 6-4, so it would have been one of my shorties. One at 3-1, so that was a good start, and I had the second as well in that. Then we went into the 3.15. Another lottery here with 13 runners going to post. It was our full selection, and unlike normally where the full selection's the bottom one, it wasn't, so I thought the table's turning. Then in the 3.45, number 1 selection, straight in as you like, Knights over Egypt, won at 12.06. So once I've got a couple of first selections back in, I know maybe the weather's changing or something out there now. And then we went into the 4.15. Glory Fighter, right down the bottom here, won. I couldn't have backed that. We just scraped him with the second there, but I couldn't have done that. That was my total outsider. And then in the 4.45, I thought, oh, another loser coming now. See the Dream. Even though it went off second favourite, I didn't fancy this at all. Didn't even get the second. So that was another line through that race. But what I've liked about Thirsk today, there's been a lot of open handicaps. So we had a lot of chances at 4, 5, 6 in a race. So Hostelry came through there. This was another nice little price of 12.76. We had that one as well. And then coming into the last race there, I thought, here we go again, 5 runners to go this time, and Highfield Viking, this Judy won at 12.01. So there's been some big winners there today, and we've managed to find most of them. Then it was time for Hereford. I think I just needed to tear this one up. Trapista won the first there. No chance at all. It wasn't even close. I couldn't have backed that. And then in the 3 o'clock, another one from the bottom half here. Shilananavogi, or whatever you pronounce that one. That was another one I couldn't find, or the second. And then into the third race, Village Master. I gave that to come second last. Had the second, but nothing otherwise. And then went to the 4:30, Ad Dillon. We were getting a little bit closer here because that was our full selection. We had the second. So there's been a few seconds where that they could have won, but of course you can't have everyone go your way. And then in the 5 o'clock, I'd given, this was one of my best bets of the day, but El Granjero won at 1.47, and that was the only one really we was ever going to bet in, but we did have the forecast. So that was the end of Hereford, and then we moved into Southwell for the final card there tonight. And again, nice and open, didn't give too many favourites here. And then the first we had Leodis Dream, and this one at 12.22. So there was some outsiders today. I don't just put the favourites in. And then in the 6 o'clock we had Cool Party. That went off just over 3.15. That went off at a very good ride. That was. I didn't think it was going to stay there. It led from start to finish. And then in the 6:30, Bear Width. This was a fourth selection, so that crept in as well on full money back of 7.8 SP. And then in the 7 o'clock, this was the one where we just managed to creep that one in as the last selection, but it was nearly a full selection. That was Great Blasket. So that did pretty well. And then the 8 o'clock, we were at it again, but this one, I was quite surprised actually. It went down as low as the full selection, and we just crept that in with about £71 back, which I was happy with really, so that was okay. And then in this final race, we had Easy Equation of Phoenix to get that £241 profit. And they backed this off the boards just before the off. This was Socialist Agenda. This went off at roughly 13 to 8, I think, but 288. Just favourite on the exchanges. And always going well, always looked like it was going to win. So that was the rundown of the racing today, but a profit is what we needed, a profit is what we got. So what we're going to do after this, the reason I done all the other selections on the same video last night is because it was the worst defeat I'd had, and I just didn't feel like doing anything. So I will do another video after this one, but otherwise that's the results show for today. A profit was what we needed, a profit is what we got. So after the first 9 days of the month, you can see there, if you were doing it for £1, you'd only be £12 out. It's not the end of the world. And this is 159 playable bets. So just to be £12.68 down is not the end of the world. But I don't want to see this. I don't want to see another lose like yesterday, because we've only got 20 unit stakes, and I really don't want to hit that. I've never hit it before. I don't want to hit it. So let's hope then tomorrow is another profitable day. The cards aren't bad again tomorrow, so we'll see how we go there. It's all weather near enough, but then it was yesterday. So we've got to hope that we can get some wind, hope that the rain stops, and see if we can push forward. But I said that every other day, and every other day we've lost. So we'll be back tomorrow. So I'll put a video on after this one if you want to see the selections for tomorrow. And we'll catch up tomorrow morning. Thanks for watching.